Ryardon.
So,
I'm sorry you've been on the bench for so long here, buddy.
it's nice listening sometimes.
Ryardon, I was just curious as to what Ren was rolling here.
I'm using my tireless feat to get some bonus hit points.
Cool.
So your car's on blocks then?
I have 4 charges per long rest. It gives me a D8 extra hit points.
Nice.
I
D8
have
is
never
4.
heard of this. Really? Sure.
As an action, you can give yourself 1d8 plus 4 temporary hit points.
Damn.
Dang, yeah, you beat me by a half a second. Dang it.
Damn.
Ryardon, you are kind of caught in this fever dream of pain and remembrance of your woods. You know, regular old types of dreams where you're pulled back to. I don't know how often you dream or how well you dream. Krista doesn't dream all that often. I dream very vividly. This dream is
I dream, I just don't remember.
you kind of are like half waking, half feeling the grass beneath your feet as like a 6-year-old boy. You know, like your first little handcrafted bow. You know, it's like 2 feet long. You're like hunting squirrels, stuff like that, running through the woods. Your dad congratulating you, and then you're seeing these moments of like your mother trailing around behind her and going from household to household, and you're watching her like do these little what looks like when she's stitching. There's almost like this little extra. What should have taken 6 hours took 6 seconds. Sort of fixing of fabrics, of woods. This just really sort of scatological, what's the word I'm looking for? Scatological myriad of moments as your eyes slowly open and you're here, you're present, and it's dark, but it is not damp. It is a cave-like structure, but it is not what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a parallel of dungeons that you've been in, places that you have resided in. The closest thing I think you would remember it being having a resemblance to is like Juknak Mokhtal, when everything was very intentionally crafted, and amid the stone there is steel, there is sort of a purpose to the construct, and it is very kept, and it is very clean. And then you see the bars, and there are cage bars in front of you as you begin to sit up, and your weapons have been stripped from you. Your bows are gone, your pack is gone, I think the only thing you might still have on you that might have, well, actually, yeah, bad. The only thing you still have on you of any magical value is your tungsten twins ring.
Yeah.
Because it just seems like a piece of jewelry. As you sit up, sorry, this music's just a little too loud. And you see this very well crafted cage, like not quite a cage. There is cage bars at the front. And what's your passive perception? 19. You start to see like these sparks through the bars as you are in this little box contained. Still cage. I don't know if you can see that from there.
No.
Nope, definitely can't.
Alright, well, you know what? We're over there. Fuck it.
Fuck it, it's a mammoth. So I'm at the back.
As you begin to peek through these bars, seeing what is electricity, lightning coursing through cables. There are many individuals in this place moving, and what's your passive insight, I guess, is the next good question.
11.
11. So you are seeing individuals moving around this place. Some of them shuffling feet, not a whole lot of hefty motivation, but sort of not what's the fucking word? Not motivated by haste, but motivated by something. As they move, attaching cables, twisting levers, pulling, twisting knobs. It's a bit of a confusing environment. Very cave-esque, but very mechanically constructed.
Can I see any... Is there a sense of shape to the cave? Does it go on endlessly? Am I able to tell from where I am? Like, is there another entrance somewhere?
With your passive perception, as it is, basically you would get the vibe of what the map is here.
Got it. How many people am I seeing roughly? Are we talking 5? Are we talking 55?
Not 55, probably like about a half a dozen. 4, 5, 6, about a half a dozen individuals moving around, and they don't look like they're armored. They don't look like they're armed. But you are looking out into what looks like a pseudo-slave camp, underground sort of environment.
Are the figures humanoid? Are they short? Are they tall? Are they...
A variety.
Okay.
Yep. And then you hear as. So this is what a properly scaled, even a little bit bigger actually, gargantuan creature looks like.
Nice.
Put your hand underneath the base plate. You can pass that around.
Sick.
As Zorzak.
From a distance, it looks like what's his nuts from How to Train Your Dragon,
Toothless?
but blue.
The face a little bit, yeah.
A little more spiny, but yeah.
It's more like
Yeah, but like the
more
face,
like-
yeah.
It's more like the big bad from How to Train Your Dragon.
Sick.
That's dope.
That's what I spent my week on.
I like
And-
that a lot.
Sick.
And the head, who's got the head? Where's the head at?
Right there.
It's right there.
Okay. So yeah, if I could have had time to manufacture a head like this for that scale of mini, I would have. But I had to spend my time doing the map. As Zorzak Urinane, the Stormbringer, marches up to your cage. Little one.
Hello there.
General Ryardon.
Yeah, I worked on that head for a while.
Looks good.
Let me pull up my dialogue. Hold on. Yours is the only stench I was able to recognize after my daughter's death.
It's surprising. There's some smelly people that I know, so...
There were some pertinent stenches, but none with which I was familiar.
That is fair.
You and your father stink the same.
I'd say the same thing for your family as well.
Oh, you have your father's wit.
Suppose the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
For me and my kind, apples are best trampled.
It's a waste of good food. And if you seem to treat everything like you do apples, then, don't you?
Rabbits eat apples. Wolves eat meat. I consume knowledge. So tell me, Ryardon of Amour, what sustains you?
That's a good question. I suppose a bit of love and a bit of vengeance and a bit of spice for adventure. All brewed in the same dragon stew, I suppose.
Vengeance, I understand.
Tell me, why did you decide to break the pact that we had? You stay where we are, we stay where we are, you stay where you are. I don't understand why the cross-pollination of our kinds in the way that your daughter did.
My daughter was a bit of a impulsive individual, as her mother was before. I myself keep to my works, to my machinations, continuing the ever-growing evolution of dragonkind.
I tend to agree. I mean, this is much more impressive than what your daughter did to my forest. I prefer this 7 days of 7 in the week. It's a shame that we had to meet this way.
I do have to agree with you on that front. War is not my ambition, only longevity and the furthering of my knowledge, the furthering of our kind's evolution.
As one family of rabbits to another of yours, I'd say that there's a lot more alike than maybe meets the eye. I think that we're trying to just live the best lives we can and gain the knowledge we can while we're here. And luckily, in our species, that happens to be maybe not millennia, but centuries. Fortunate that way. No sense in petty violence to solve the short term when understanding and knowledge are ultimately the keys that hold the answers to all life's questions, do they not?
I love that response. As a result of that response, Zorzak kneels and sort of, like, not lays down, but sort of like, does one of these.
Oh, Playboy style.
Not Playboy style, but sort of like...
I expected less from the son of Amora.
Mabora.
Unfortunately, you're not the first person to say that, but maybe I can be the one to right that ship.
Tell me. What is your aim? What is your goal? And who are your companions? What is their mission, having slain my daughter and your father's previous slaying of her mother?
Well, ultimately, my compatriots, Amour Ventis is the name, and I think they're. I would imagine over the years you've probably interacted with equals of your kind, and I can say that those peers of mine have heart in spades, and they are mostly looking out for each other's well-being, myself included. And so, unfortunately, you were on the you and your daughter, and mostly, unfortunately, your daughter, were met with the impact of self-defense and defending a homeland in that way. And like you said, the impulsiveness maybe was something that we didn't have time to unpack, but those compatriots of mine do indeed mean the most good, and they can, and I think I've aligned with them in many ways, and the exploration of the world and doing right and creating balance and understanding what's around us in an empathetic way, I think is ultimately at the heart of the quest. But as you know, sometimes the chaos of this world can create some sharp edges around maybe a smooth and balanced maybe undercurrent. So yeah, they mean well, and they're probably on their way here. Honestly, if they're maybe half a day's out or less, I'm not sure. I hope they're all right, but I think our ambitions are to find answers. We've been kind of bonded by the fates in a very odd way, and I think we're met with as many questions as probably you have, and the quest, in your case, it sounds like for knowledge, and I think in a weird way, we're probably cut from the same cloth in more ways than maybe meets the eye, and so a bit of adventure and a bit of uncertainty have led to a quest for knowledge, ultimately, in that way.
Bro, you went on a tear there. I love it.
Balance. An interesting term from one so young. Knowledge is the key.
Oh, love you, bye. Knowledge, balance, answers.
It is interesting. Your mindset for one so young. There are those in the world that are so easily distracted by the frivolousness of their own mortal selves. There is no doubt that you are your mother's son. She is also one out on a search for endless, continual knowledge.
Maybe that's the other apple away from the tree, I suppose, isn't it?
I had something else. You brought up knowledge.
Balance answers.
So what?
Knowledge, balance, answers.
Balance. Thank you.
I myself seek nothing more than balance. And I am the eldest of dragons. It's not only,
Hold on. Oh, there it is.
it is not only you rats, you vermin, that are gifted with the highest of bloods. I have power over you humanoid servants of the pre-essence, as I myself was birthed as a high blood.
That's fascinating. We've seen the good and the bad that has come from the high blood.
The good. There are no good high bloods, mortal.
I suppose it's all about subjectivity of it all, isn't it? You know. Tell me, how does a dragon become a high blood?
There is no part of a pre-essence that limits itself to you measly forms.
That makes too much sense. I mean, if you were the pre-essence of everything, ultimately you become the source material. So it only makes sense that why limit yourself to species or different kind?
Pre-essences transcend species. They come in a guise that they see fit. Just as I was born as the first of the dragon high-bloods, so too have many others of species uncounted. Just as your mother was born as the first Elven high blood.
Oh shit.
There you go.
Well,
There is only knowledge to follow, and from there, a means to our escape.
this is I've started accumulating questions for you.
Accumulate them fast. This voice isn't going to last very much longer. It's like right down here and I'm losing it.
With you mentioned my mother. Part of my adventures in the search for knowledge and answers has been finding her. She was taken from me by a drow priestess and another dragon, and I've been searching for her for over a year now. Almost 2 years, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, it'd be almost 2 years, yeah.
And I've seemed to have been pulled all over the dust to get answers, and you mentioning even that small bit of information is just a paradigm shift for me. So, what else? What else do you know about my mother? That's fantastic.
There are no portions of the dust that I have not traversed.
Not transverse.
Traversed. There are no depths of the Underdark I have not traversed.
What's your passive insight?
11.
Passive insight's 11.
It's 11? Okay. Even with an 11, you're starting to see, like, a borderline frustration in this response.
Mm.
There are no portions of the deep I have not traversed. And all I have is the history that comes with the other High Bloods and the frustration across the board. Here, now, I have cornered a cauldron.
Which is what I forgot to put on the map.
And from it, I bring forth my slaves. They're redrawn and force them into servitude to aid in my ascension or release.
That's starting to paint the picture a little bit more around what's around us. It's quite the operation you have here.
All I have is time.
I can't find the page where the Drow Queen's name was. He knows her too. So he would tell you, because I'm going to say this in normal voice, because, oh my god, getting raspy. At the same time your mother was born as the first High Blood, so too was the Drow Queen that is her adversary.
So my
So
mother
one-
was the first Elven High Blood that was born?
She was the first Elven High Blood born,
Sure.
as so too was simultaneously, because there is the yin and the yang of the High Bloods, the life and the death.
Yeah.
So too was at the same time the Drow Queen, who has been hunting her, who was. Oh no, that wasn't her. I was thinking of Lolth. Lolth is the Spider Queen god. God damn! I need to make myself a folder for the Underdark in my goddamn. Well, I can tell you that the city is called Baranthus. Wait, isn't the name of the fucking Drow Queen in your notes? Isn't she in your background
Yep.
notes?
Yep, let me check.
Oh.
That might be a thing.
I think I wrote it down.
Yeah, the city she hails from in the Underdark is called Baranthus. Yeah, horse.
called
Baranthus. It's called horse.
It was really early on that we found out about
Oh,
that.
fucked. Don't pet fucked. No, it was the first thing that you did, Zodell. You petted fucked.
I thought they were gonna bite me or something.
No. I still love you saying that every time. Thought he was just gonna like bite me. No, he's just fucked. Gets weird erections.
In my notes, I don't have a name. I just have Drow Priestess.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm trying.
Was that?
I've said her name a couple of times, but I can't remember where it is in my binder.
John Cena.
Kithelrouse. Zoroth Kithelrouse.
Alright.
So if everyone wants to write this down, Zeroth Kithelrouse. So Z, Everybody ready? Z-A... Xander's going to the whiteboard. Oh, you're going to need a lot more space than that, buddy.
Okay.
Z-A-R-O-T-H. It's the first name. Zeroth. Kithelros. C-T-H-L-R-A-U-S-T.
Wow, that's a lot of consonants.
Yep.
As one was born as the first high blood of the high elves, so too was one born of the dark elves.
So Zaroth, it sounds like this has been a tilt that has almost been embedded in time. What would she want with my mother? To end her, or to find answers, or to create balance in her own mind?
Balance. Again, you bring this up. Balance is all I want. A balance of life and death. So does your mother, and so does the priestess. All we want is to die. What she wants with your mother is her power. Perhaps the only power that can activate the mechanism.
I knew Krista was getting me a face when I said that. That's why I was milking it a little bit. Chris, show me that face again.
I don't even know what I was doing.
Krista's face just puckered like a butthole.
I've heard that word come up every now and then, the mechanism. Still unclear to me what exactly that is. It's interesting you say that my mother sounds like a key in order to create that balance you speak of.
Perhaps the only key. Even the new risen god isn't capable of removing high bloods from the dust, despite our means to ascend him.
Why do you think that is?
The mother and the father still maintain a grasp on the dust over their children.
And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. It's not like it's intentional, but at this point, there is like a rage lightning that comes shooting out of his mouth.
Rage lightning.
Damn.
Great band name.
I like it.
A dexterity saving throw, 17.
17, okay. Those are d20s, not d12s. I'll just roll this one twice. You take 12 points of lightning damage.
Okay, I don't know where. Long rest in a jail cell? I don't know.
You know what? I'll give it to you. You've been passed out for a while, and you only require 4 hours I'll give you a long rest. So long rest, and then 7 points of lightning damage of just this ginormous creature, sort of just having a little fit of rage.
Say 7.
I thought you said 12.
12. Yeah. So 5 and a 7. Yeah. Sorry. I was looking at the 7 on the die.
So 12. Okay.
12 points of lightning damage.
Perhaps with you as collateral, your mother will listen. She will obey, where even your father's kidnapping has not coerced her. Perhaps now we will find a way to motivate her into using her talents, her magic, her capabilities to turn the mechanism once and for all.
From your perspective, what might be her resistance?
Fear, as it always has been. Every temptation, every threat. This is the first time since we were born together that she has exhibited weakness. Has she exhibited love for your father, as she has broken and born a child, and the child might just be the last breaking stone across her back.
Makes sense. If I was in your shoes. Of course.
I don't wear shoes, mate. Sorry. I just needed a different voice for a second. My throat's getting so exhausted. I'm loving the voice, though.
Well, I suppose that's potentially the fork in the road for me then, because I can understand your perspective, but then I don't want for her or for my father to be in harm's way. I can hang myself. I think she's more important than I am, but I think there's nothing that I want more than to see both of them safe. So whatever that means, is what that means.
Noble for one so young. It seems we have guests.
As we switch back to the other 6/7 of the party.
And on that note, I will be going to bed.
I'm gonna wrap up here pretty quick, Tate. I know we started a little
How
late.
quick are we talking?
Well, we'll just do you guys, because I've been doing Brett. Brett.
I get that a lot.
Yeah. You like my pillow? You like my dragon pillow talk?
What do you like, big fella?
We're gonna, as Zorzak Urnane, the Stormbringer, hears something. I don't even think you'd know where to clip that. Oh, you got it. Turns. We're gonna cut back to the party on their final approach, chasing the wyverns. So what's the deal here, guys? We we're just gonna go after a big old dragon again.
I want to cast Locate Object on Harrow's Harp.
Okay. As you guys are like, you're flying in after these wyverns, like keeping a solid distance. What's locate object? 1,000 feet?
1,000 feet.
And how long does it last?
It lasts.
10 minutes?
It lasts 10 minutes.
Okay. As you see these two wyverns that have been a little bit battered, but they're not looking too bad now, especially after a night of flying. They go into this very kitty corner section of the Solar Mountains, and Kinneros is actually a little curious. I was trying to do curious with Kinneros. Kinneros is a little curious, as he's like, this is basically where I came from.
Oh, shit.
And it's a little off. Like, Kinneros, make a survival check.
Survival check.
Did you like your one-on-one with a dragon?
It was great.
13.
13. Yeah, it's... Ooh, wrong button. It's not... It's not dissimilar from where you came from, but it's also just a little not similar to where you came from, out of the mountains from where your cauldron was.
Extra dragony.
Not the exact same.
And, you guys start pulling in after these wyverns, watching them dive into what looks like nothing. What looks like a straight
Do I get a ping?
mountain wall. You're not quite within 1,000 feet yet.
Okay.
But you are within, this is the first 30 seconds of your 10 minutes. As you guys start to plummet, and who's driving? Is Quirky driving still?
No.
That was the biggest head shake ever from Krista. Who's driving the fling?
Don't trust that guy.
I would have taken over. And before I would have given Ren some armor of lightning resistance to put on.
So you have
Sick.
Fancy.
resistance to. Is that like an item or is that a spell?
Yeah, that's from Roller.
Oh shit!
Nice.
You've been holding on to that for like fucking 40 sessions.
I've been holding on to a lot of Roller stuff. Yep.
Ski, for a lawful good character, you keep a lot of secrets.
Yep. Sure
What's
do.
it called? Armor of lightning resistance?
You ask Ski.
Yeah, armor of lightning resistance, studded leather.
I don't even fucking remember. That was that long ago. I just remember being pissed about the corner collars. I was like, you guys could have talked to each other 1,000 miles away.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I guess it was... Yeah, no, it was 1,000.
I don't think it was that far.
It was a significant amount
It was
of...
yeah.
Like, if you guys ever went stealthing, you basically had like a 4-way sending stone instead of just like a one-on-one walkie-talkie. And then y'all just blew them up and threw them away. I do remember you guys got the harp shield, though, from Roller.
It was,
Or no, from Schiefer.
no, that was the bard guy.
Schiefer, yep. Schiefer Breeze. I heard you come looking for me.
Yeah, 1,000 miles.
It was 1,000 miles. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nice.
You got that armor yet? Good armor?
Nice.
Anybody else prepping up? You guys are diving. Falconer is basically...
Oh yeah,
What's...
I took the Dragon Slayer thing out. and it
Oh,
to
the
it.
transmuting Dragon Slayer, whatever?
Yeah, that guy.
Yep.
Set it to a longsword.
What was that? It was a Fast and the Furious movie. I don't remember which one because I don't subscribe. But there was the one where they were driving towards like the smuggler wall in the mountain, and then there was they were driving towards the wall.
Oh, it was like Fast
Like
5, I
that
think.
was-
Yeah, and then there was like they hit the tunnel, and then they were doing tunnel shit, and people were getting blown up and whatever. But it was like, that's where you guys are headed right now. Falconer, I need you to make me 3 dexterity saving throws.
All I remember from Fast 5 was they were they were driving that giant vault around, and it was like,
Okay.
Was that
Okay,
Fast
that's a
Five?
good,
That was
that's a
Fast
good
Five.
start.
The fasts.
So that's a 19.
Okay, that's a success.
as good. That's a 15.
Okay. Is this going to be
Ooh,
campaign 3?
And that one's good. That's a 23.
All 3 successes. As you watch the wyverns disappear in the distance, and you are like, I've got this. I've got this. I've got this. I've got this. Do I have this? Do I have this? As you are going towards this mountainside, and you plane it out, and at the last second, you tip the nose up of the fling, and the propeller is just about as big as the inside of this initial portion of the cave, and it's scraping the whole way through, but you as it's scraping and skidding, but you are in the cave. You did not crash. The fling will probably lose only... That's a d12. I need 3 d20s. Well, I rolled 2 4s and a 12, so the fling will only lose 20 HP. That could have been so much worse. So as you've got your spreadsheet for that. Fling loses 20 HP as, like, you guys are looking at the propeller blade almost like it's a mining device, like coming down the corridor and then eventually sort of screeching to a halt. To a salt. It's a salt mine. You never knew. And the ship is a little off kilter, but you are landed inside of this cavern. And as you look around, the walls of these caverns are glistening with crystals and diamonds, like not harvested. Like, yeah, you can go for everybody on the computer who couldn't see Krista, she was just like, yes, we're gonna do this.
All the diamonds, please.
Yeah.
All the diamonds, please.
Emeralds, sapphires, rubies, diamonds, just a glistening tunnelway, and like some of them have been scraped off by your propeller as you now skidded to a halt. And yeah, what intelligence checks? Who's Roston? Roston, make an intelligence check. And this is a 2-part check too. Why are you shaking your face at me?
Is it bad?
Why are you nodding?
What is it?
Well, Roston, actually, given the situation and your history with the
Wait, it's stone. Is it stone?
I will give you advantage
Can I
with
guidance
your
him?
stone cunning. And Arya is patting you on the butt and giving you guidance.
Plus a d4.
You got a big guy.
Much better.
Yes.
I rolled a 4 on the first one.
That's bad.
Yeah, so, okay. And the second one, I rolled a 19. So, you're telling me intelligence check plus stone cunning plus guidance?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So, I guess the stone cunning includes the intelligence modifier already.
I don't know, does it?
Yeah, because it's your proficiency. I think.
Well, that's only a 1. Either 27 or 29.
Two eyebrows back at me. 27 or 29?
Yep.
Oh, either one is great. Yeah, the DC was like 17. You wedge into this place in this myriad of like glistening, like the ship gives off its own sort of like fire, sort of like candle-esque light from all of its like gears and shit whirring and the light, and as everything grounds to a halt, you're looking out as the light dims to all of these gems and like even like gold strips through, and then immediately after your mind pulls back from the like the potential wealth of it all to the Oh, it might take a little bit to get the fling out of here now. Like, it is properly wedged. It is, yeah, basically, it's on like a 45-degree angle, stuck in with the blades at the front, which are wider than the ship, which are now wedged into the stone, but we're like sparking off of everything on the way through, almost like what's the channel drill from France to England? It's like big drill energy.
Yeah.
It was big drill energy, and then just like, and everything seized. Actually, that's a good point. No, we're good. The battery doesn't light on fire.
Oh yeah, small ones.
As you guys are now wedged in your ship, the propeller's sort of a cross angle, ship at the same kind of angle, and in front of you there is cave light in front.
Do I get a ping?
And Arya gets a ping.
Aha.
Definitely within
Like a
1,000
glove.
feet.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
I will walk towards Harrow's harp.
Arya just like takes off in front of everybody. She's just like, I'm not.
Can I try and harvest a diamond worth?
Oh, it would take you a while. They're like raw stones, right? Like they're.
Can I do stone shape?
Read me the spell.
I didn't prepare it. I didn't
Oh,
prepare
well
it.
then what the fuck? Why are you wasting time? That was a great idea though, just like, I stone shaped this wall. $5 million worth of diamonds. Anybody else? Corey's been
I'll do it
oddly
later.
quiet. Zodell's been oddly quiet. Ryardon.
I just am gonna go to bed.
Ryardon. Just that.
Nice.
Tate,
Just
you guys,
Tate.
we're not going into combat or anything tonight. It's all good, man. You got through the most important parts of the session. Go to bed.
Sleepings. Good night. So.
Happy
Good night.
sleeping.
night.
Arya gets a ping.
Ping.
Just
If anyone
before we go
needs,
dashing away, should we stealthily approach this?
Yeah.
This is Dragon's Lair.
Just a sec. I don't think I can do.
if anyone needs any help locating things, I have locate object,
I already
locate
cast
plant. I can track dragons.
Is that a
That's
thing?
handy. Is there a dragon here?
I can tell you if you really want. It uses up my spell slots though.
You got
Oh.
Chalice.
I can't do locate object and pass without a trace at the same time, so I already got
That's,
locate object up. So
Well, let's. How far does the corridor path look like it is?
how far is the corridor?
Make a perception check, Falconer.
Guidance.
I feel like it's not even a butt tap. It's like a thigh. It's like a
Behind
back
the
of
knee.
Yeah, it's behind the knee.
Buckle the
Your
knees.
hand just bounces right off. That's all pure muscle.
Plus two.
Nice hammies.
23.
23 perception. Looks like it goes down. First time I got to use my notes in a minute. Okay, so let me read. Hold on. As you come in, you walk about 40 feet, and it narrows down a little bit. Not a lot, like enough for a giant dragon to be able to walk through. Just a little bit too narrow for your fling to be able to fly through with its massive front propeller. And at the end of that 40 feet, you walk into a room. In that room is just a bunch of mechanical equipment just laying around. There's pieces of what looks to be like airship parts. There's like one giant ball in the corner with like these weird off-jutting portions to it that looks like something you guys have never seen. But there's just like multiple plates around a sphere, and then going forward, another massive doorway.
Is Harrow's Harp
Does
in
locate
here?
object tell you how close something is to you?
That's a good question.
It says
Like a Marco Polo, but spell.
Oh man, I should make
the
that.
spell can locate a specific object known to you as
It'd be
long
like
as
a
you
million miles. It's like,
have
ah,
seen
shit.
it close up. Yeah, I've seen it close up. I'll turn
Which
it
side
on
of the
this
earth
one.
is it on? It just tells. I think it tells you the direction,
The
right?
direction of the object, as long as it's within 1,000.
If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. You sense the direction of the object. Its location. So yeah, just the direction.
Okay. Yeah, it's about 40 feet to your left.
In this room.
Hmm?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go over and.
Yeah, you go to your left, and there is this massive rack of like busted metal. There's like a sword with like a chomped off piece of arm still hanging from it. Just metal components, steel plating, and and like right in the corner there's sort of this. It's like the best sort of wardrobe-esque sort of storage thing, and it's big. Like for you it would be humongous. For a normal person, regular double size. As you go and you crack the doors open, and they're kind of creaky and kind of broken, and inside there's just like bows and swords and spears and knuckle spikes and all these types of things that are just sort of like shoved in there, not hung properly.
Yes, what
It
are we
doesn't
saying?
fall on me when I open it, does it?
Make a dexterity saving.
I would help in spirit.
Not 20.
Never mind.
That's fine. Yeah, so you open the door and like a great sword comes like falling out, and you just perfect dodge, no touch to the titties even. That cat has nothing on this sword.
And Harrow's Harp is in there.
And Harrow's Harp is in there,
I will grab it.
as well as the majority
quiver?
of Ryardon's other weapons. Ryardon, what do you have on your inventory?
Yes.
I will.
No, but like items like, okay, so I asked this
bows,
because like if you got into
quiver.
combat, if you got into
combat.
Yeah. If you got into combat and your weapons were gone, what would Arya be finding, holding, and like potentially trying to lug to you if shit kicks off?
Harrow's Harp, the quiver.
The
Rapier.
crackling quiver would be that other hollow bone one, I guess is technically
bird's hollow bone.
Yep.
Yeah.
A bunch of arrows.
I assume they would be in the quiver.
Yeah, just like
All like
just
there's
weapons.
Viper's
Ammunition
vellum,
doesn't really matter. Yeah.
rapiers, Viper's vellum.
Okay.
I got my bladed boot on my boot, so it's fine.
That would have also been one thing that was overlooked.
Yep.
Because it was designed to be overlooked.
Yep.
Okay,
Got some
so
fire
just
wine. Yeah, just like
So
bunch
just
of shit.
if we're going forward and if combat kicks off, just remember you've got your ring, your bladed boot, and that's basically it.
Do I still have a
Or whatever you're about to tell me.
like cloak? Like I've got that manta cloak. It makes me swim. It's not a big deal in a friggin' layer, but just extra.
that would have been pulled. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured it
This
would-
dragon's been around for fucking ever.
Yeah, he knows what's what.
Yeah.
All right. Got some drugs.
Guys,
got a
help me
pot.
over here. There's
The dragon's over there just like, oh, it's the first time I felt something in 10,000 years.
Man, I had a fucking plan if I was in the sky and.
just fucking drug up a dragon.
Yeah, I was just gonna like do the Viver, give myself some health, and then just throw 7 joints at him and get him super blasted. 'Cause it was like a con save of DC 20, or else he's incapacitated
Yeah.
for a day.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, just totally just like take all the drugs you have and just like shove them in a nostril.
Yeah, exactly. I have 7 joints, and I was just like, man, I'll just get this cat high as hell.
You're like, what's happening? As he goes upside down and crashes. Oh, fuck.
I had a plan.
Oh, God. Okay, I lost my place.
Guys, help me with all of Ryardon's stuff.
Is there anything that isn't
He's got a lot
Ryardon
of
stuff?
shit.
Oh, there's tons
Yeah,
of
it's-
like Ryardon stuff.
Yeah. Is there anything good looking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
Yep.
anything
Anything
else in here
interesting?
that's-
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Make an investigation. Whoever wants to make an investigation check can make an investigation check. This is the first time ever I forgot to pull up my homebrew fucking shit.
I'll make one. 17.
Woo! 17. We'll go around the table. We'll do a clockwork investigation here. So we'll go Ren first.
19.
You guys find anything that you think Ryardon would benefit from, and you don't want?
Sorry, this has been my biggest problem. I haven't been filtering to specifically magic items. So that takes, because I only have 13 pages
I'll
of
hold
magic
one of
items.
his bows if you want me to.
I mean, I can't. They're big.
Magic bows.
Oh, you would
magic
fuck with a
items.
bow too. Yeah, you'd be really good with one of those.
Yeah.
At least in the short term.
Magic items, if they're a magical,
No.
like a higher magical scale of just like a, not, because there's common items and then there's uncommon items. Basically, anything above that, if you're like, oh, this is a 6-foot bow, but I attune to it, it shrinks to your size.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be attuning to it, so it would just stay big.
Yeah, but I think Ren has mentioned twice this session that she is interested
No.
in one of those bows.
Yeah, just say it.
Yeah, just gabagool, forget about it. All right.
19.
19. Okay, pretty good. Nope, that was from the one shot. Next one. Aria.
17.
17. Okay. Falconer.
21.
21. I already gave you guys the boots of grounding, right?
I think so. I've heard of that. Have I?
Are
I
they
gave
made
you-
for a walking?
They're not made for walking. They're made for grounding.
I don't think so.
Okay, so there's some boots in here. If I haven't already given you guys this, or if I have already given you guys this, remind me later and I can adjust because there's another set
You
of
gave
boots.
us some anti-gravity something.
Huh?
I mean, that's what the bow did. It
Yeah,
shot
that was
Oh,
anti-gravity.
that's the
that was
bow.
the bird's
That's the
hollow
bow.
bone. Yeah, it does
Yeah.
like a, because the spell anti-gravity does like an area effect, but the bird's hollow bone does it to a specific creature you
okay.
hit.
Good,
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Gabagool. Yeah, okay. For Ren, you find boots of grounding, and like it's not like when you guys find this stuff, you have to keep it to yourself because you can keep tradesies. Boots of grounding. It's on D&D Beyond. I made it. It's my own thing. While wearing these, well, you know what? I'll let you guys decide if you want to share it with the things too. Arya was 17,
Mm-hmm.
and Falconer was 19?
21.
21. Okay. I made the charms of speed for for Celine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I probably told you that already. Kinneros, what was your investigation?
17.
17.
Man, you guys are all doing really well. Tate left. You're not there. Why am I pointing at you?
17.
You're 17. Okay. 217.
I am actually.
You are Bronin the Barbarian. Come on, move faster, motherfucker. Yeah, I guess Ryardon's not that. Ren, no. Arya hasn't found anything yet. You find 2 bolts of acid. Sorry, arrows of acid.
I will stick them into Ryardon's quiver.
Falconer and Kinneros. Well, Falconer first finds 2 arrows of radiance. Kinneros finds 2 arrows of ice. Fucking low. Get there. Arya finds a odd stone with a sort of intricately drawn sigil on it. You can call it gate stone. Zodel. You find. Hold on. You find. I'm kind of hesitant. You find a greatsword.
Oh. And I'm spanned.
That's your love language right there.
Swords. Yeah.
The blade itself is semi-translucent, and blue flames raked with orange can be seen burning and flickering within. The long, sleek pommel is set with 5 individual jewels in its cross guard, and a 6th in the rounded end of the grip, the pommel. I will not tell you what it is.
What?
I bet it does cold damage.
You can just add custom item fantastic greatsword to your.
Yep, doing that.
As Xander's so hyped, he's taking off his frickin' dragon slaying mask. A little faster. There is a shield. Oh fuck! Did I give you guys the springboard shield? There's a springboard shield.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
That's in D&D Beyond.
It's not called that, is it?
I think it's called the springboard shield.
Diving board.
Who did I miss here? Kinneros was a 17 as well?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Just Roston, but he's not here. So.
It's just Roston.
Come on, Roston.
Holy fuck, I'm only on 7, page 7. There's a mystery potion. I just really want you guys to use these fucking things. They're so fun.
I was just about, that was my plan C, maybe D, is the mystery potion. No.
Because I keep the D20 rolls away from you guys, so then you're just like, I'm going to drink this and just see what the fuck, and then it's roll a D20. And it's only 1 and 2 that are bad. The rest of them are kind of useful.
Huh.
Oh, here's the one I was looking for. Neto's Rangebringers. This will be Roston's search. So somebody write down NETO apostrophe S Rangebringers.
Okie doke.
You guys find. You find. D6. You find 6 ounces of Vivor.
That'll do it.
A different D6, also a 6. You also find 6 ounces of Harrow's Herb.
Oh, let's go.
That'll keep the people going.
Ooh, you do find some. Let me just double check. Yeah, then you find a very interestingly engraved set. This is the last thing. Interestingly engraved set of plate armor, known as the Puraburus Dokar Destuder. It's not a tutor.
It's good looking, yeah.
Puraburus Dokar Destuder. Plate armor. Yeah, you have a +1 bonus to AC while wearing this magic armor. While wearing this magic armor, you have resistance to fire damage. While wearing this armor, your attacks are imbued with 1d4 plus 1 fire damage. If you take... yeah.
Some new boot goofing right there.
I feel like Rostin probably would have been specifically looking for fire wine.
Rostin finds 0 fire wine.
Right.
It's not a fire winey place. Plus, a dragon of this intelligence probably would not want to have it around. So yeah, as you guys finish cleaning out the first room, there's one individual wanders out from the next room. Slow step after slow step.
Why would you come here?
To free our friend.
Your friends lost. Just as
Can you
all
take
of
us to him?
Just as all of us are lost. Trapped. Forever enslaved by the Stormbringer.
He said,
Can you take us to him?
Yeah.
I am not allowed in the Stormbringer's chambers. I'm not intelligent enough to aid in his machinations.
What is this place?
If there were a place deeper and darker than the hells, this would be it.
What does this guy look like?
It appears to be humanoid, bald, probably about mid-60s, tattered clothes, like not... It doesn't appear like he's given much to have on his person, like just rags. His fingers are worked almost to the bone with your passive perception with the 23, right? Yeah, great. Yeah, just calloused, worked, black inked fingertips as he's like come in carrying what looks like a big metal bowl of what looks like refuse to be thrown out through the hole. As he sort of like sways there, and he's like just a little out of it.
How long have you been here?
Several hundred lifetimes. He doesn't let us leave. He just keeps bringing us back.
So you're a high blood?
If only those were words I had never heard. He's trapped.
What is he using you for?
Research. Knowledge.
Of what?
How to escape. Just as we all wish to.
venture within, especially if you have the blood. You will be trapped by his cauldron, the usurped cauldron, for the rest of your days. That was a pretty good groan, Krista.
Does he have any safeguards in his lair?
Who's this?
Oh,
You not been listening?
No, who's that?
Oh, the voice. I got you. Say it again.
does he have any
For a
safeguards?
second, I thought you were doing this.
Kobe. Killed it.
Does he have any safeguards in his lair?
He needs not for guile or traps. He himself will be redrawn.
What?
Come again?
But he's a dragon.
As so were the first creatures of the high blood. Man, beast, dragon,
Shit.
aberrations. This is not a place to venture within if you value your lives.
Well,
if
good
you
thing
are-
we don't.
And if you're
Bye.
and if you have the higher blood, you will wish this again 1,000 times over. As he just sort of stumbles past you, bloody toes, calloused fingers, and he goes to the edge. You watch him walk down the corridor. You guys came in, and he just takes this big old bowl of refuse and mold. He just throws it out. And then he grabs the handle of it, and he just slowly starts to march back, dragging it.
Can we just follow him?
As he passes you with his big old. It's like a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Big walk.
Big walk.
Big walk. As he walks in through the room, or into the room ahead of you, past the room where you found these items.
First of all, wait. Let's stop. Because he said that high bloods will be trapped here. So that means if Kenneros enters, you're gonna be trapped here.
He said that he had usurped a cauldron, and the cauldrons are what the highborns were
Yeah.
born out of.
If he dies, he'll get redrawn here.
Right, okay,
And
and
we'll
then
leave
he can
here.
never leave.
It was more of like a.
Don't fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
It was yeah. The idea behind this dragon was like he stole a cauldron somehow. Nobody knows how. And then like you were trapped here. And then if you try to leave and you are killed, you will be redrawn here. Or he can kill you and you'll be redrawn here. Or you'll be crushed and you'll be redrawn here. And then we will kill you and you'll be redrawn here. And you are forever slaves. Was the vibe.
Okay. But he.
There's
Yeah,
not
okay.
like some big magic field that
Okay,
like,
that's what it
traps people. Yeah, no, it's like
seemed, but okay.
he's like, hey, you tried to teleport away, I kill you. You get redrawn here. You come back to me. He is trying to find a means to his own end as well as all of the other high bloods, other than the Everlife.
If you remember, would you know how long you've been here?
He said it.
Oh,
1,000 lifetimes?
Uh,
Hundreds?
Yeah,
lifetimes?
1,000 lifetimes
Dozens?
or something like
Enough
that.
to lose count.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, sorry. He's walking. We're following.
Don't be sorry. I am the sorry one. As he paces through to the next room,
Oh, sorry. Can you tell me what this is? I'm gonna show him the sword.
Death.
Sweet. Do you have to, like, sleep with it?
Hashtag lay on hands.
He kind of just like glazes over for a second, almost like he's remembering something from a time ages past. You do with it what you will. He paces into the room, dragging this big walk, sort of bowl, refuse bowl. And as he steps into the next chamber, Arya following because you were doing this.
Would you like me to help with that?
Oh wait, locate object would have been.
What are you looking?
No, I would have dropped it because we already found all of Ryardon's ship.
Yeah, yes. You pace into the next room and you look into what is almost like a mine. It's big spiraling, spiraling like dirt and mud up in like a wide cone as it comes down, and directly in the center there is this giant, it's almost sapphire gem placed directly in the middle, and there are these lines of cables and ropes that are coming off of it up in every direction, and you see just like a colony of ants, all of these people moving sort of in perpetual lockstep, going about their routine. And across the way there is, like directly across the way, but a couple of levels up, there is this giant hole where you can see on the other side there is this crackling sort of lightning jutting from the gem kind of up into and then back away from. And with Ren's passive perception, just as you guys get to the peak, she sees, as you all come up into this area, the turn of the head of the dragon and just the briefest glimpse of Ryardon in a cage behind.
Found him.
Got him.
And we'll wrap up there for tonight. As you guys have entered Zorzak Renan's sort of enslaved
Quarry.
Yeah, you guys have no idea how long he's been alive. And we'll thank Quinn for fast-tracking this dragon, because, like I said, this was supposed to take place over in... This was... Originally, my thought process was... Falconer was going to do like his backstory fight, like his one-on-one duel in the desert, and then this dragon was going to swoop in and snag Ryardon and take them off. And Kinneros, you fucked me, buddy. But we'll see how this goes.
In a good way.
Yeah, no, it was a good... Yeah, you tickled the taint, you grabbed the balls, you did a reach around, it was all good.
He grabbed the nut.
He grabbed the nut. That's what I forgot to do.